Well, 2 trades taken today, and then I ended up ending the stream a little early. I just got in this mood where I want to go work on tradester stuff. So I like was having a hard time focusing on the charts. My brain was everywhere but. So decided to walk away before I did something stupid and just go focus on other stuff. We're gonna go and recap the trades taken today. These were all my 20, 50K Apex funded accounts. You can use code TBM for 80% off right now. Let's go and dive into today's recap. Yo, good morning. How we doing, chat? Welcome. Hopefully yesterday was all right for you. So the daily chart's looking like. Pretty slappy the last couple days, huh? Basically, almost back down to the bottom of the little, if you can even call it a daily range. Maybe you could, I don't know. 2,800 to 22,200. I don't know, kind of looks like it. Making our way down though. Slowly but surely, or kind of quick, honestly. We are a little green on the session so far. Yesterday's close at 21,150. Overnight lows at 22,200 with yesterday's point of control being there as well. Yesterday's value area high at 250, VWAP at 275, overnight highs up at 330. So honestly, very similar looking setup as we've been seeing, except for the fact that we are inside value area currently. We've been opening up below yesterday's value area low. With us not doing that today, what I see is if we can get above yesterday's value area high and VWAP, maybe we'll get that 50-point rotation up into the overnight highs. We pop the overnight highs, we're actually looking, 21,550s or something. Could be kind of interesting. 21,400, somewhere around there. All interesting stuff up there. If we can get through 330, overnight highs, very important spot. If we cannot get through VWAP in yesterday's value area high, which is what we've been doing, be watching for the downside, which in this case would be a rotation to 22,200, yesterday's point of control, as well as, markets are open, as well as yesterday's close, 21,150. We snapped 21,150, looking at 21,80. Those are the levels that I'm caring about and how I'm expecting them to play, both up and down. So we'll see. Yeah, and then the big question, of course, is do we just rip short at the, do we just yoink it, right? Right off the open like we've been doing the last week and a half. News on the session. We've got home sales, new home sales at 9 o'clock. If you're a crude oil trader, you got inventories at 9:30. And then we got a cabinet meeting at 10 o'clock, as well as 7 years at noon, and then NVIDIA earnings at the close. That'll be interesting. NVIDIA earnings at the close will be interesting. I wonder if we're going to do much today if NVIDIA earnings are at the close, honestly. I don't know. As always, I'm waiting for 15 minutes to start trading because it's a personal rule. I hate getting chopped up in the first 15 minutes. There's nothing worse to me than getting chopped up in the first 15 minutes. Yeah, you can make a bag right away and not have to do anything the rest of the day, but you can also get wrecked right away and not have any opportunity the rest of the day, which sucks. Well, so far we barely swept the overnight lows. We pushed back up into VWAP. We are currently rejecting VWAP. We're testing the little support, if you can call it that, at 40. I got 3 minutes till I'm green lighted to trade. Delta is going fairly flat-ish. Currently got volume at like 215, 212, whatever that is. Nice little slap into point of control. There's a retest of the prior open. Chad, I got a random question I just thought of. You know how like a lot of lakes are man-made? Like most lakes are man-made, I think. You know how like, is it Minnesota is the state of 1,000 lakes? Is that the one I'm thinking of? It's Minnesota, right? Are all of those man-made lakes? Mostly natural lakes, wow. That's crazy. I was thinking that would be a lot of work to do. I don't know why I went down that thought process. My brain just spiraled into thinking about lakes for some reason. And then I was like, wait a second. That's a lot of lakes to have to make. Most lakes are natural? I don't think that's actually true. Maybe I'm wrong here, but I also live in Texas where most lakes are not natural is a better way to say that. In 2012, of the 111,119 lakes assessed, approximately 52% were natural and 48% were man-made. Wow. That's still a lot of man-made lakes. Yeah, it's like almost 60,000 man-made lakes. It's 55,000 or whatever. That's crazy. Tomorrow is the last stream of the week. There will be no stream on Friday. There will be no stream on Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday of next week. And I'll be back on Thursday. So after tomorrow, it'll be 1 week. So far, rolling over off of the magical 20s. So if we get back down to 280 or something, right? Value area high on the session, 280. Be a 40-point rotation off the highs. Could get away with like a 281 or 280 down to 75 maybe. And if we slap 75, watching for VWAP at 65. I mean, this is what I was talking about. It just feels mid currently with the way that Delta is. There's a slap. Classic. Missed it by a point. Get filled out at VWAP there. See if we're going to react. All right. Quick little 10-pointer off VWAP. We'll take that. Happy with the fill. Happy with the exit. On to the next one. VWAP with an invalidation, honestly, at the lows. I never even had time to pull that stop up, but yeah. VWAP at the lows, 59.25. I got in at 66, so you're looking at like 6 points of risk there, realistically. I got out for 10. And nice push, too. We're about to, I mean, we're looking like we're going to go run the highs off of it. It's a 50-point push off of VWAP, basically, or just about. I'm still not concerned about a flush if it hits it that many times. Well, we just have a lot of juice higher. It feels like we're going to run the overnight highs, so it feels like we're still going up to me. And the risk is pretty tight there. I mean, you're going to, if we sweep the lows, then you get stopped out, right? But the risk to reward there is pretty solid, in my opinion. Why not look for 5-point trades instead of 10? I went through a little phase of doing that. I feel like 5-point trades is not really maximizing the move at all. It's pretty sweepy. 5 points is like a pretty sweepy level. I also was needing to trade a lot more trades in order to get to a spot where I was comfortable on the day, which just opens up error potential. And then if you're only looking for 5, mentally for me, it was like, if I'm only looking for 5, 5-point stop is very challenging. 10-point stop is challenging. So then it's like, you're still looking at like 10 points or something for a 5-point trade, probably realistically, right? And then you have a couple trades that go against you and you're like, I was only looking for 5 points. So you start holding on to them longer and it just, I don't know, it was a mess for me. I don't like it. I'm pretty happy with 10. I mean, these have been kind of playing, to be honest. 37. Assuming buyers can hold up and we actually make the move, right? Pretty important. I got filled out. Testing the prior open. Probably get stopped out here. Yep, stopped. Minus 40. Plus 200 to minus 40. Good first trade. Second trade. I mean, this has been working. So, testing the prior wick has been giving us bounces so far. Didn't work just now. So, on to the next. Magical 20s here. I mean, another interesting spot would be 18, 20 here. Stop at 14. Very cheap trade. One that I would probably like to take if I hadn't just taken this one. I hate taking back-to-back trades. I can't stand it, so I don't do it. It's very tilt-inducing for me. But down here, on a day where we have hardly broken any prior lows, literally, like look, we did it once, right, on the VWAP push, but we have not really broken any prior lows since then. Like almost on the whole session, we've hardly done it. So like being able to get it in near the prior low is a pretty good spot to be. I just am not down to do that with taking an L right there.